I think as designers, we have a real responsibility to do the right thing. And most of our clients are focused on their business and their people and, or their mission and doing that. I think our role as designers is to help educate our clients on, what's possible and what are ways that we can really design a space that makes people more engaged, more collaborative, healthier. One of the things I really love about my job is that I get to meet this amazing group of people. I would say what's interesting about Washington really is that there are a lot of mission-driven organizations in Washington, more than most other cities. But I would say when we did Greenpeace, which was my first project when I started my firm, Envision, that was a really amazing opportunity. That was the first time I'd ever had a client that really wanted to push this, that said, we want the greenest project possible. And they said, whatever we do has to be beyond reproach. No one can criticize it. As a matter of fact, at the time we were designing Greenpeace, we discovered the U.S. Green Building Council. I hadn't heard of it before. We did the first LEED for Commercial Interiors project here in D.C. for Environmental Defense Fund after Greenpeace. And so that was just a great experience. Since then, there's been tremendous change in interior design, for sure. I mean, I would have to say that the sustainability movement has been the biggest thing to affect interior design in my lifetime, certainly. The USGBC was really the ultimate client for me at that time. I mean, when we got hired to design their headquarters, it was an amazing challenge because they were coming out with a new rating system for LEED. We brought all the stakeholders to the table when we designed the space, included acousticians, structural engineers, mechanical engineers, all the consultants together, and we would just brainstorm on how can we do the greenest possible project that had been done anywhere in the world at that point. And that was extremely exciting for me. I just loved that, and I was really highly motivated to make that a success. One of the things at USGBC that is really a signature image in their space, I mean, we want to create spaces that are memorable. And when you walk into USGBC, there's this, we put in a connecting stair. So we had to cut a hole in the floor and put the stair in. And then alongside the stair, we have this two-story space that's clad in this beautiful wood wall that's gumwood, actually. And that gumwood is probably around 500 years old. And where that came from, a long time ago, about 100 years ago, they were doing a lot of logging in Tennessee, and they would move the logs down the Tennessee River, and some of those logs sunk. So this wood is this reclaimed wood that's salvaged from the bottom of the river. And it's this beautiful wall, and I love it when you can tell a story about a material like that. When my firm was acquired by Perkins Will, I saw it as a real opportunity to have a much broader platform, really. And that was great, but I was ready to try something different, and I had never actually worked for a big firm before. And what I liked about Perkins Will was really, unlike a lot of other firms that have grown more organically, Perkins Will has grown through acquisition. And so really it's a collection of entrepreneurial practices which really resonated with me. Actually working in teams and collaborating constantly allows us to get to a better design faster. Once we sit down and are really working out a design problem, I feel like it doesn't matter how many years you've been in the practice, good ideas can come from anywhere. I love our staff. They're incredibly talented and energetic, and I thrive off of their energy. Nixon Peabody, we had a really visionary client. They were really interested in rethinking the law firm paradigm. So when we met with them and talked with them about how they viewed their practice, they're an unusual law firm in that they're very socially responsible. They're very interested in sustainability. It's a LEED Platinum space. We have this 3-story living wall that is in an open stair that's placed right on the window. That is an incredibly inviting place to be. It's filled with natural light. At the midpoint of that stair, there's a great cafe that's actually right off of the reception area, which I've not seen any other law firm do that. And so it's just one of my favorite all-time projects, I have to say, just because it did represent a huge change. I think societies are defined by the design of their cities and their buildings and their interiors. It affects the way they interact and the way they work and the way they live. It affects their health. That's a great place to be. It's a great time to be a designer.